Okay, let's try this again. All right, that should be better. Okay, I'll start over. I said hello to all of you. I know I didn't have my microphone on. The blue light on here wasn't on. You should be able to hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me. I'll wait for a second. All set? Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't turn the microphone on. We had our members only live stream last night, and I slept in this morning. So welcome to Left Undone. I'll start over. Welcome to Left Undone Incomplete Investigations. I'm Kathryn. Left Undone is the channel that I started about 2 years ago almost. And we have a great community. If you're new, please say hello in the chat. We have followed the Lori Vallow Daybell case from day one, literally from day one. And there's so much stuff just today, yesterday. I mean, I thought this case was getting like, okay, we're just gonna have to wait for the trial, but nope. Hey, Robbie, how are you? Oh, thank you, Anna. So let me take a sip of my coffee. This is the first sip of coffee. Okay, so I want to go over some of these documents with you that have just been shared on the Vallow Daybell case. Literally, I just haven't even read them yet. I saw some of them this morning. Now, I did do a video this week that posted where I compared, chopped up Alex Cox, Lori's brother's interview, Lori's interview, and Tylee's interview, and put their stories when they were each talking about the bat, the shot, all that stuff when it came to Charles's death. And I put them all together. And man, I'm sorry, but I would think that the police officers would have kind of done that too. And some of these stories don't match. And, they seem very polite. I mean, if you go back and listen to the whole drive with Alex Cox to the police station from the police officer talking about what do you do for a living, yada, yada, yada. It was like nobody was even murdered. So weird. And of course, Lori sets the stage initially, and I cut that out of this. But I did put the link to the entire interview. Justin Lum had put it up, but I cut that part out, and I just went to when I gave let her have a little bit of intro stuff, and then went to literally everything they were talking about. And there's so much that doesn't make sense that they said. And poor Tylee, covering for those assholes. Can I say that on TV? Yeah, I can. I think I can. So covering for them. Unbelievable. And then she winds up being murdered. It's just insane and sick. So today I'm completely finished with the Zulema one. I will be posting my Zulema interview with Rexburg PD that came down to Arizona. First, I thought it was the Chandler PD, but they were at the Chandler police station. And Zulema says some really interesting things. And the biggest thing that she says at the very end of her video, if you saw it, was that Alex used to be a massage therapist, and we know that, told her he was going to give her a massage the day after their wedding. And he wanted to go to Walmart, and he got like plastic to put all over the bed because he didn't want oil to get on the bed. Well, first of all, what about towels, number one? And how much oil are you going to put on this woman? But anyway, she says, if you haven't seen it, she says he gave her a massage and she went really like into a deep sleep, so relaxed. And she could hear him on the phone, and she was trying to wake up, and she kept hearing him talking, but she couldn't wake herself up. So in my opinion, that's weird. Middle of the day, can't wake up, plastic all over the bed. And Zulema has this suspicion that she was supposed to be murdered that day. Now, why would Alex, this is my question, why would Alex want to, thank you, Prayer Rewrites the Story. I try really hard to keep a kind group of people here. I mute people that are mean. I mute them off. I block them from my channel. If they make mean comments, in the regular comments, I don't want them here. So I really appreciate you saying that and noticing that. Thank you so much. We try really hard. My mods are great. Everybody here. We have a good, really, really good community. But why would Alex want to kill Zulema? Although, everybody's going around killing people. So there could be literally one stupid reason. She may have turned into Ned Schneider too, or some crap like that. I mean, who knows, right? So I thought that was weird because I can picture that, right? You can picture giving her a drug. Maybe there was something maybe there was malachite or something in the oil, or he gave her something before, giving her the massage, her going into the sleep, and then him, when she's pretty low, wrapping her up on the plastic and suffocating her, then somehow getting her out. I don't know. But the more I hear with these new documents, I'm looking at the chat. The more I hear with these new documents, the more crazy it seems. In Adam Cox's phone call, he tells the police officer that they recorded this call, that when Adam tasered Joe Ryan, he literally was going to kill Joe Ryan. And there is some documentation of that. I pulled this up over here. Let me find it. Alex's ex-wife called authorities on 9/15/20, saying years ago, Alex said he wanted to bait Joe Ryan into a fight and kill him in self-defense. She heard about Charles' death and wanted to share. She also witnessed inappropriate sexual touching with Lori and Alex. So Alex tased Joe, but what Adam Cox says in his call, he says that the plan wasn't just to tase Joe. The plan was to tase Joe, take him down, pick him up, throw him in his trunk, take him out to the desert, shoot him, and bury him out there. So, I bet Chud and Lori ordered Alex to kill Zulema, but Alex, in typical Alex fashion, failed yet again. Right. He can't. Everybody's like, he's such a good shooter. He can shoot to kill. Well, he missed Tammy. Remember that shooting incident, and he missed Brandon in that shooting incident. And after hearing Adam Cox say that, there's no doubt in my mind that Joe Ryan was murdered by Lori and Alex. Agree. How'd she did it? And then what I've been telling you forever and ever and ever and ever. Let me see. I saved a screenshot of it because I said this in the beginning. There's a new article, and it says from KSL TV. And remember what I told you? I was told about Lori going into Joe Ryan's apartment with Tylee. So April Raymond told her mom she wasn't allowed to talk to me anymore because April Raymond's mom told me some stuff that April Raymond had told her. And they played this off like, whatever, no, Jody was her name. She's a very nice lady. She was ordered not to talk to me anymore by April Raymond. So I still don't understand why. Just because I repeated stuff? I don't know. Really weird. And then because I had a troll. But that's old news. We're not even going to go in there. But April Raymond says, my understanding, if I remember correctly, what she told me is that they hadn't heard from Joe for about a month. So she and Tylee went over to check on him or to see him because I guess Tylee had a key or something. And when they went there, they had found him dead. She told this to police detectives on January 7th, 2020. I'm wondering if that was the day that all the drama started when I brought it up. I think it might have been. So, because this girl, Melanie Bradford, which isn't her real name, I told her this, and she reached out to April Raymond and told her she could have saved Charles, and she went all off on her. So, and then Annie was told this as well. And then I had a little bit of communication with Annie way back in a comment section on another channel. And so, remember what Annie said, the photo album smelled like death that Lori had. which was weird. And they're not in the pictures anywhere of the crime scene or Joe's apartment. So I think this is true. I really do. And Lori, blah, blah, blah. She told her friend April Raymond, hey, come be one of the 144,000. You're my BFF, blah, blah, blah. Like she thought April and her were really close, which I guess they were at one point. And she told April Raymond that her Tylee had a key to Joe's house and that they went there and that Joe was dead and they took his valuables before they called 911. I think what happened was they went there, they took his valuables, took those photo albums, never called 911. Let the neighbors smell him a couple of days later, maybe. I don't know. But that's my theory on that whole thing. As everything keeps coming together, back in the beginning, there were so many minor details. Lori's brother Adam was sued in civil court for responsibility in a woman's water intoxication death in Sacramento. Yeah, so Adam did do this is a sad story. Adam did do, he's a radio guy, announcer, DJ, whatever, talker. And they had a contest where, now, unfortunately, whoever the powers that be at that radio station should realize that you can die from water intoxication. You can deplete all your electrolytes, all your potassium, everything gets depleted if you guzzle water, and you can get really sick and you can die. We need the electrolytes. You need that to make your heart beat. You need all those. So they had this contest where these people, whoever could drink the most water would win. And this woman got water intoxication and wound up dead from that contest, which is just tragic. Horrible. So yeah. I mean, everybody was responsible for that. You should know. But, years ago, I never knew about water intoxication. But I think you would probably want to check into what's the safety of having too much water if they're, let's see. I'm going to try to catch up with the chat a little bit here. Let's see. Thank you, Teresa Perez. Wasn't there a backstory about letting dogs loose in the desert to get rid of them? Oh, yes, there was. Yes, there was. They said that Lori didn't want some dogs that she had, and Alex took them out to the desert, and either, I can't remember if they actually specifically said he shot them or he just let them go out there. Between Alex and Lori has been mentioned from time to time on other channels. It has. People have speculated about that for a long time. They said that there was they seemed inappropriate a lot of times. Well, first of all, think about it. Siblings, that's just weird. They really, my brother, and he'll tell you he wouldn't kill anybody for me. No way. I mean, he was in my chat the other day, my brother, but he'd be like, peace out. I'll send you a letter. Maybe I'll put $5 on your books, but that's it. Not helping you. Let's see. Yeah, I know, Jackie. It's awful. Okay, so let's see. And I read in our last night in our members only live stream, I read the novel. Have you guys heard about the novel? It's 2 chapters and it's pretty bizarre. It's horny Chad with drop dead gorgeous Barbie describing their encounters and when they met and stuff, but he names himself James and her Elena in this, and then he calls himself Raphael at one point. But the timeline fits on when they met, the conference that they were at, and it is bizarre. And he's really into Lori's butt big time in that. So East Idaho News has that. I'm not reading it again. I barely have a voice. But yeah, it's We were laughing. I mean, it was insane to think about it. Like, oh my gosh, Chad. Like, oh no, this is a love I've never had before. Our loin, what was that? My loins or our loins met. I don't know. It was bizarre. Thailand. What about Thailand? Let's see, what are you guys saying? If you're new here, I like to interact with the chat a lot because I want to know what you guys have to say. I don't have the stomach to read it again. I know, it was long. I was like, is this going to keep going on? And it just got worse and worse and worse. He's a terrible writer, number one. I'm sorry. And number two, hearing, Daybell Grays or what's that book? Oh my God, it was insane. As the Daybell world turns. Oh, and then I was like cracking up because he's like, and before I left, I gave her another blessing. I'm like, yeah, you gave her a blessing, all right. I'm never going to think of the phrase giving a blessing the same again. Gave her a blessing. He's so gross. I think Alex was supposed to kill Zulema because she knew too much and he couldn't do it. Yeah, he was either getting his confidence up when she was waking up by talking on the phone, and I think he was probably talking to Chad and Lori, and then she was waking up, and then he was like, well, she's awake now, can't do it now, can't kill her now. But because she knew too much. And would he have gotten anything from her? I know they asked her 50 Shades of Vomit. There you go. 50 Shades of Daybell Vomit. So that's crazy. Let's see. I got some more documents I'll look at here. Dark Spirits of Ned Schneider, and Hiplos. Now, remember, there was something about Hiplos. In reviewing the evidence in this case, I began to look at the first mention of the name Ned Schneider or Hiplos. These were the spirits that supposedly occupied Charles' body and were names associated with Charles. The earliest account was discovered while examining Chad Daybell's Gmail account, Rexburg Police Department search warrant 2019. According to the search history of the account, searches were conducted on January 28, 2019. These searches were for Ned Schneider, 1996 death, Louisiana. Ned Schneider dies. Ned Schneider, Louisiana, born 1951, died 1996, and bodies possessed after original occupant dies. These searches were obviously before Lori referred to Charles as Ned Schneider. So Chad literally goes and finds a dude named Ned Schneider that's dead, and then says that his spirit occupied Charles. I'm fascinated by how free Arizona is in terms of releasing evidence to the public and how close-lipped Idaho is. I know. Do you think Idaho's freaking out? Because a lot of this is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Okay, let's see what else I got here. There's some good stuff here. No, come back. Oh, crap. How did I close out the whole thing? Okay. Okay, no, that was better. Okay, let me go back because we've got some, there is just so much stuff here. Okay, let's see. The ad Lori placed to sell Bailey, JJ's service dog. She was asking $2,500 for him. Well, I think we've seen that. Bailey has such a sweet spirit. He has brought so much love to his home, but his owner recently died and he needs a new home. He's fully trained with certification as a service dog, up to date on vaccinations. He has been trained with children in the home, non-smoking home. Bailey is sweet and friendly around other dogs, looking for new owners who will appreciate and love him the way he has been loved. Spent $7,000 on service training. He's a full-bred golden doodle. He has experience on airplanes. He has experience with people with autism. August 9th, 2019. She posted that. Poor Bailey. I'm glad the original owner or the breeder got him. So Lori was getting rid of stuff. I have not listened to Melanie Gibbs' interview. I listened to the start of it. I have it recorded because I'm going to go in and comment on it as I watch it, like I'm doing with the Zulema. Broke some lemmas up and I kind of pointed some things out. It's just me kind of saying, you know, what I think about the Zulema interview and what she's saying and stuff, which I thought was really, Zulema and Melanie Gibb, I know, had a lot of info. Oh, you like my window? Okay, so this still needs to be painted. This room was wide open, so I had them come frame this in and put these doors, it's a French doors on. And then, you know, they gave me a quote, which was like almost $4,000. Then they gave me a bill, which was $4,100. I paid it. And then they handed me another bill for the painter, which was another $856. And I was like, no, the initial quote was $3,700 for everything. So I told them, I'll paint it, get out. I'll paint it. So anyways, but it doesn't look bad like this, but it still has the plastic, which would be kind of cool to put some smoky club on it anyway. So that's a side conversation here. Okay, back. She wasn't just getting rid of stuff. She was trying to make money out of stuff. Oh, that's true too. That's true too. What can I get money from? Oh, I'm like, after they cast Ned away, he was replaced with Garrett, the attorney. Read the one marked bombshell. Okay, let me find it. Bombshell. Okay. Interview with Debbie somebody. Investigation. September 15th. I wonder if I can make this bigger. On September 15th, 2020, I received a message from a person who identified herself as Debbie, redacted last name. She indicated she had information regarding the Vallow investigation. I asked Debbie to tell me about the information she had. She told me she was married to Alex several years prior. The marriage lasted for only about a year, but they did stay in contact over the years. Debbie said that she had last talked with Alex after he was released from jail for the assault on Joe Ryan. Alex had told Debbie that he was still mad at Joseph because of the things involving Lori. Alex related that those things involved custody issues and potential SA with the children. Debbie said she would ask questions to Alex in order to get more information. Alex would then minimize the topic by indicating they were just focused on getting custody of the children. Debbie was concerned that the abuse had actually taken place. Alex had indicated to Debbie that he wanted to bait Joe into a fight so that he could kill him in self-defense. It was said in a joking way, but seemed weird to Debbie. As a result of this conversation, she never talked with Alex again. I asked Debbie how long after he was released in the talk had occurred. I asked Debbie how long after he was released that the talk had occurred. She believed it was about 2 or 3 months later. I asked if any details of that event had been discussed. Debbie said that some details were given. Alex had stated that he had used a taser in the event. Hold on, I need a sip. Joseph had apparently been making it difficult for Lori to get full custody of the children. Alex also claimed it was done as a punishment for what Joseph had done sexually to the children and that Joseph deserved to die for it. When questioned about the certainty of the SA claim, there was no indication that the children had ever been examined as part of proof. Right, there was no physical evidence at all. Got that, okay. I asked if Alex had said he was trying to kill Joseph. Debbie took it as more of wanting to hurt Joseph, but did make the comment that Joseph deserved to die. Prior to Alex contacting Debbie, she had never heard about the attack on Joseph. Their last contact before this conversation had been a year prior. Debbie just told that Alex had decided to stop communicating with her. She learned she had been in jail for the previous year and had no means to contact her. Debbie said that they had been married in 1992 and divorced in 93. Debbie did not know the family for Alex before they were married. Debbie saw a lot of crazy family dynamics with the family for Alex. Debbie said these things caused several issues between her and Alex and made her afraid of the family. I asked Debbie to explain. She said there were a lot of inappropriate sexual touching in the family. Debbie focused mostly on the touching that had happened between Alex and Lori. Debbie said that they simulated acts. One example was Alex would pick up Lori and she would wrap her legs around his waist. Alex would bounce Lori up and down on himself. Oh my God. Both would then moan and simulate sex acts. Oh my God. This was done in front of Debbie and the family for Lori and Alex. Debbie said there was never any shame noticed with any of this. Debbie said that she had brothers and this behavior never something that would be done or tolerated. Holy crap, they're so weird. This is a hard copy. It's a from the let's see, where is it? This document is Chandler Police Department General Occurrence hard copy. Wild. Okay, hold on. I want to see page 2 here. Debbie told me that the mother and father to Alex and Lori would constantly talk about their sex life in front of everybody. It appeared like it was a game for everybody. I asked if this behavior continued or if it was just one time. Debbie said that it happened every time they were together with his family. Debbie told me that she had only lived with Alex for about 4 to 5 months. Debbie said, where's Debbie? I want her to come on my show. Debbie said that the family was too weird and she had made a big mistake by marrying Alex. She decided to end the marriage. I asked Debbie if they were part of the LDS faith. She confirmed that both of them had been baptized in the religion, but neither were active members. Debbie said that she was baptized and active for only a year of her life. She was never raised in the faith. Stop, Percy. 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 Stop it. He's scratching my couch. Okay, I will continue. Okay. I asked Debbie how Alex talked about Lori. He was very protective big brother. He also talked about her as hot and sexualized her quite a bit. They lived in the same apartment complex for a while. It seemed like Alex chased after her a lot. I asked if there was any suspicion of more than playfulness. She said she had asked because she had observed him touching Lori's breasts. This was apparently another acceptable thing with their family. Alex felt like that Debbie was weird for thinking the behavior was weird. Debbie did not think that Alex was sleeping with Lori, only he had the liberty to touch Lori. Debbie did confront Alex about this, and he never felt that, sorry, it's small. And he never felt there was anything wrong with it. She asked it in a way referring to their own children. And again, Alex saw nothing wrong with it. There were arguments about it after the statement. Hold on, sip coffee. I asked Debbie to help me understand how it was that Alex was a protective big brother to Lori. She said that Lori got married quickly and went off to Las Vegas for the wedding. This happened before Debbie married Alex. Alex would talk about wanting to beat up the husband several times. Alex felt that if someone treated Lori wrong or in a way that he did not like, he would make threats to beat them up. Debbie never saw him take any action, only talk tough. These events happened in Utah. The visits where the inappropriate actions happened were in California at the parents' house. Debbie believed they were biological brother and sister to her knowledge. I asked Debbie if she had ever known Alex to be violent with anyone other than Joseph. Debbie said she was not aware of any other event where he had been violent. I asked if Alex ever talked about religion or ideology with her. She said that he had. While they were married, Alex had been excommunicated from the LDS church. Over the course of the years, they stayed in touch. Alex got baptized into the LDS church and then excommunicated again. Alex was still strongly opinionated in the faith, but was also very sexually promiscuous. Alex had told Debbie that he was this way. Alex had told Debbie that he was this way. Alex said that he had a problem controlling his sex drive and would find it wherever he could. This was the way even before they were married. Debbie believed the problem would fix itself when they were married. Holy cannoli. Debbie stated she had wanted to move to Utah after they were married, but Alex wanted to stay in Texas. Alex suddenly came home from work one day and told her they were moving. The move happened very quickly. When they arrived in Utah, Debbie learned Alex had slept with a 15-year-old girl. Holy crap. The father had started to look to Alex to fix the problem. No wonder he moved fast. Get the heck out of Dodge. Holy man. Oh my God. Sorry, I lost my place. This event did play into the divorce with Debbie, along with the sexualization with Lori. Debbie pointed out that Alex never acted that way with either of the other sisters, Stacy and Summer. I asked Debbie if she had been contacted by anyone and given this information so she could be included with the investigation. Debbie denied that anyone had approached her and nobody had provided this information to her. Debbie said that she had kept a low profile because she did not want to be in the news. Well, sorry, Debbie. I guess she won't come on my show. And did not want her children to know. Debbie said that she had left a tip with Gilbert PD, the FBI, and Idaho authorities, but never heard from any of them. She then realized the tip should have been left with Chandler, and she reached out to let the department know. I asked Debbie why she had decided to come forward at this point. Debbie said that after learning about what happened in December, she started to reach out to the other agencies in January. Debbie struggled with the knowledge that Alex had indicated he wanted to get into a fight with Joseph and kill him in self-defense. This sounded too much like what had happened to Charles, and she could not remain silent. Debbie said she had a brief contact with Summer via Instagram after the death of Alex. Contact information was collected from Debbie, and this completed my interview with Debbie. Wow. Percy, I don't know. Percy, say hello and then go. Say hi. Hi, I'm Percy. I'm annoying. I'm a pain in the butt. I chew up rugs. You know what, Rita? She might. Because all this stuff coming out does make her sound really, really cuckoo nuts from the get-go. But there is no insanity defense in Idaho, right? Yeah, the 15-year-old girl's dad was looking for Alex. That's why they had to move. I'm starting to think Alex killed himself. Okay, there's another one. The blessing. Did you guys see that? Like Chad, let me find it. Francie, is it here? The blessing, basically in the blessing, it says that Chad basically tells Alex he can go. Let me see. Going back. It's here. Is it new or old, Francie? Is it from like yesterday or? Oh, I think I found it. Oh, it's long. Okay, I got it. November 24th, 2019. So this is right before he married Zulema and right after, and soon later he died a couple weeks later, right? Got it. So Patriarch Chad Daybell. Alexander Lamar Cox, on this special day, I lay my hands upon your head and give you a patriarchal blessing as a member of the Church of the Firstborn, of which you have earned the privilege to be a member. I do so by the honor of the, you guys know I can't say these words, Melchizedek priesthood that I hold, and in the name of Jesus Christ our Savior. Okay, such blasphemy. Who has authorized this blessing? Well, we know Chad's going to burn in hell. Okay. And is grateful you are receiving it as you move forward in your life. You are a member of the house of Israel as part of the 12 tribes, and you are a descendant of Joseph through the tribe of Ephraim. This grants you many blessings, particularly of spreading the gospel in these latter days and protecting and preserving those who seek to learn this truth. That have been your mission on this earth, and it will now expand in ways that we will discuss further in this blessing. I want to begin opening up the portals of time. There we go with the portals. Going back to your previous creators on which you lived. I see you on the third creation as a valiant warrior fighting for truth and righteousness, always seeking to do what is right. You were selected by the Savior himself to be part of the fourth creation. Great warriors were needed in that creation. Powerful goddesses needed to be protected, and you were selected to help protect your sister. Jesus is going to be mad. You're right. You're right, Robbie. Oh my gosh. This is just insane. Okay, hold on. I lost my place. I need to keep my mouse where my place is. Okay, powerful goddesses need to be protected, and you were selected to help protect your sister. You helped her in numerous probations as a defender. You have a special bond with her, even from the premortal world. You connected there, and as she grew in power, you were right there beside her always with a humble heart. You both were so humble. You both were so humble. After you had been exalted, okay, I'll read my own voice. After you had been exalted in the fourth creation, you could have gone on to be to exaltation with Holly as a resurrected being. However, you accepted the Savior's invitation to come to this mortal realm one more time in the fifth creation to condescend as a God to help us. You have already assisted us in ways that can never be repaid, but you will continue to do so as you move forward in this life. You were born into a family that needed you desperately, with a set of parents who spoke of the gospel with their mouths, but did not live it. Got to go to the next page. Oops. Once again, you were reunited with your sister who needed you to survive such an environment, and in no way was a reflection on either one of you that you lived in that home. You were put there to help each other persevere. The lessons you learned in your youth have made you strong, powerful servants of the Lord. That would not have occurred in a traditional LDS home. Oh, that would have not occurred in a traditional. Okay. You had to go to great depths to achieve tremendous heights, and the fruits of those trials are beginning to be demonstrated. You were privileged to be a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and that was a strength to you. You learned about your Savior and grew close to him and rekindled in some ways the connections you have always had with him. Throughout adulthood, you have refined yourself, and I want you to know that the Savior is saying to you at this time, well done. Thy soul is cleansed and all is well. Now you will begin your terrestrial phase of existence. You will be a powerful servant. I bless you with that knowledge that you will now move forward as a true warrior, not only through physical action, but through spiritual power that will be bestowed upon you. Well, I'm going to take a sip. I bless you with the knowledge that through marriage, you will be united with a partner who will match your powers and complement your strengths. You will be known throughout the world for your good-heartedness and your willingness to save souls. You will travel all over the world through portals, and you will begin to gather the souls that came unto Christ. I see you living in the New Jerusalem, but more importantly, I see you as a messenger of the Lord outside New Jerusalem, where many people will gather who aren't quite ready to enter into those heavenly terrestrial gates. Oh my gosh. Yes, devil worshipers, seriously. One of your missions will be to go among the people and testify as a prophet that they can make it. You will share your own experiences of overcoming adversity, and through your example, they will rise up. You will be given tremendous blessings to them and raise their vibrations and be like a brother to many of these fathers who have doubts. They will look to you as a hero. You will bring entire families who have been sacrificed to the gates of New Jerusalem, where they will be allowed into the city based on your word. There will be one of the many, next page, wonderful experiences you will have. I see you in other assignments across the world, always serving as a missionary. With your companion, you will communicate with Mother Earth herself. You will know where to be before natural disasters happen, so that you can be on location to protect key church leaders and to preserve those who should survive. I see you gathering little children in your arms, saving them from the floodwaters, or putting them in your backyard, Chad. Okay, sorry. I see a couple of moments that await you in this life, rescuing the pure and innocent and leading them to safety in dozens of instances. You will be looked upon as an angel on earth, or a devil. You will literally go down. You will literally glow to those who are allowed to see your true self, and those mortals who aren't allowed to see that glow will still know by the Spirit the great power you possess. Okay, I don't know what you guys are saying in the chat, but I'll keep going. After many years of service, as the second coming approaches, you will know when it's time to move to the other side of the veil. One day, your spirit will leave this body that has served you well, and you will be greeted by the Savior himself. And he'll be like, that way. Sorry, no, that way. Nice to meet you. You can't come in, Alex. You will already know him, but that reunion will take place on a greater plane. The vibration you will feel at that time will exceed all others, kind of like Chad's vibrations with Lori. After a day or two, you will be raised up and resurrected. So when the Savior does return, you will be right at the front of that amazing team of angels who will sweep the earth, much like described in the book, The Renewed Earth. It will bring you great joy to help Mother Earth transition to a terrestrial realm and burn away celestial refuse. At that time, you and Holly will still have assignments on Earth temporarily. Then you will move forward to higher realms. She is already preparing a world for you two, and you will be able to form an eternal family with eternal posterity on that Earth. The glory will then just continue for you on and on for eternity. I'll bet. It's pretty hot down there. At that time, you and Holly will still have assignments on Earth. Oh, I got that one. I bless you at this time with strength, power, and I feel like I should be doing my cross or something. I bless you at this time with strength, power, and dominion over the callings you will receive. You are part of a very special team of people that are moving toward translation and transfiguration. And the Lord will be with you at all times. You will be a patriarch in your own home, and you will give blessings similar to this one. Your veil will be essentially gone. You will be able to see into the past and the future, and will share with people great knowledge and truth. I bless you with protection throughout your mortal life. You now have nice angels assigned to you who will watch you from all sides. You have a great mission to fulfill. Bless you with the strong protection against Satan and his followers, including Lucifer, Cain, and anyone else who seeks to oppose you. You will feel a new vitality and strength, and you will use your priesthood to defend against them. I close this patriarchal blessing, assuring you that you will rise to eternal glory and that you will have an eternal family and that your exaltation is assured through your faithfulness. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen. Yeah, this is Chad. Chad wrote this crap. Oh my goodness. These people are absolutely bizarre. Bizarre. Oh, terrible. So that's insane. And, you know, Chad thinking that he's just some amazing whatever is bizarre. And now he sits in jail. Did you guys hear, did you hear Alex? I mean, did you hear, what was I going to say? Did you hear the phone calls with Chandler PD, like the one Larry Woodcock made? Right, it is. It's like MLM on a whole different level. Like, I'm here and you're here and you got to go get more people and bring them here. They are dangerous. Which interview did you get the most out of? I actually haven't seen Melanie Gibbs yet. I haven't recorded, so I haven't watched it yet because I was working on Zulema's, which I thought there was some really interesting. Yes, right. Francie, exactly. This is Chad as self-appointed patriarch of the Church of the Firstborn, his made-up church, not the LDS church. And remember, this is what he did. He, you know, claimed to be LDS, but he spun off trying to act like he knows more and he has a better plan. And that's where he recruited people, was through his being Mr. Nice Guy in the LDS church. Zulema's was nuts. Yeah, I'm working on that one. I'm going to have that one up after this. What did you think of Tylee's interview? Tylee, poor Tylee. But she could hear Lori, was what my concern was. She could hear Lori talking because they interviewed Lori, and Lori, you know, and Lori was way more detailed than anybody. And I love how they all were like, well, what was he screaming? What was he saying? And they'd be like, I don't know, he was just screaming. And then Lori's like, you know, like things like, don't do that to my niece. I mean, you know, whatever, you know, blah, blah, blah. So Zulema, I am really confused about Zulema now. I used to think that Zulema was completely involved, which I still think she knows more than a lot of people. But I almost think they were manipulating her too, you know? It seems like they pick people that are super naive and feel they need a sense of belonging. I know, seriously. I did too. So in the end of that blessing, Chad alludes to the fact that Alex will not live long. I think Alex killed himself at the direction of Chad and Lori. That's what it's sounding like, right? I mean, but how did he get bilateral pulmonary embolisms? Or yeah, they were bilateral too. Yeah, I think so. So why did they want to kill her? Because she knew too much at the after. Because the kid, when Alex married Zulema, the kids were long dead. Right. That's where I'm completely lost. How they came up with the diagnosis of pulmonary embolisms, because he had to have taken something. Now remember, pulmonary edema. Okay, Percy, you gotta go. You gotta go. Making me hot. Go over there and lay down. Go. Pulmonary embolisms, and because I heard another channel talking about that. Oh, let me call my Percy. Get down. Go. Pulmonary embolisms and pulmonary edema are completely two different things. I heard another channel saying that there was something that a flower or something you could take that will give you pulmonary edema, but pulmonary edema is not the same. That I'm still missing that part. Remember, she said he went to Mexico and then he came back in her interview. So I don't think he went with her. She says that in her interview. He went to Mexico and then came back. Right. It's something that doesn't come up on a talk screen. Please, Percy, go lay down. Go. I don't want you on me right now. These pugs were bred back in China to sit on the emperor's laps. So they really want to be on a lap all the time. So Percy literally sits on Lulu when she can't sit on me. And Lulu's like half the way to Percy. Poor Lulu, she's like, oh. Go sit on Lulu. Lori was a hairdresser for sure. And have you guys listened to my Afterglow podcast? I need to get episode 4 up, but I go into that whole thing, go way back into the documents of Joe and Lori and the divorce and all the claims and everything. And basically the bottom line in that whole thing was that Lori was manipulating the kids and trying to get him, because she did that with her first husband too, William LaGoya. She didn't want him. Once she was done with him, she accused him of all kinds of inappropriate things. And so basically he probably just gave up, but Joe Ryan didn't give up. He kept fighting her. Yeah, he was cremated. I wonder, this is interesting information. Who is the dad of the 15-year-old? And did he ever find Alex? Percy, please. Let's see. Oh, Percy, you act so deprived. Please go lay down over there. I'm going to have to go put you in the crate if you don't get off me. You're too hot. You make me hot. Let's see. Let me see. Do you guys want to hear, because I think I can play the call with Larry Woodcock talking to the police. I can play Adam's call with the police officer. And then there's another one in there. What's the other one? I can't remember. Do you want to hear it? Put a 1 if you want me to play that stuff, or put a 2 if you don't, if you're already good with it. Let's do that. Go down. Yeah, I'm wondering, he did something to her. He could put either some, okay, play Larry. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let me get this so I can, I think I have to share the audio. Okay, hold on. Hold on. How do I get to there? Yep. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm going to pause it so I can share. Let me share the screen with you so you guys can hear it the right way. And then I can mute myself. Okay, here we go.
Ask her to let me pick up the phone and talk to you.
Okay.
Charles was just like a brother to me. Charles was one of the kindest guys you ever met, you ever wanted to meet, and he was the kind of guy that you wanted to be friends with. This is a setup. There is a huge problem, and what we would like to do is, we're here in town, and we flew in, this morning early, so we could be here to hopefully be able to talk to you. Lori does not know we're here.
Okay.
And we would like to sit. We would like to sit down with you and discuss this and let you see let you hear the other side to this. And there is so much, and I don't even know how this could even happen, but there is a lot of stuff you really need to know. So I know you're off this weekend, and we're not going to bother you. We're not going to bother you on your days off. My wife and I own our own business. We know what it is to have a day off and to appreciate it. But I was wondering if we could possibly get with you Monday.
Charles, I can, if you guys
Larry.
want, I'm sorry, Larry, I'm sorry, wrong name, excuse me very much.
That's okay.
Larry, I can gladly make time and we could sit down tomorrow. I have no issue doing that. I'm supposed to be, I have a family barbecue going on this afternoon, but I have absolutely no problem making time to sit down with you guys and talk person to person. It's very hard as an investigator to know exactly, I'm walking into a family with a bunch of dynamics that I don't have any understanding of.
Absolutely.
Let me explain to you that that there's a newspaper article out there, and that's I'm sure kind of what you read was initially reported to us, but we are in the very beginning of this investigation. So
we understood that, and we anticipated that.
Yeah, this is not something that I'm taking them at their face value and just setting aside. And I say that with hopefully the confidence in what you guys have already expressed to me that stays between us, because
absolutely,
the less that Lori and her brother know as far as us conducting this investigation in the background, the better.
Yes.
So this is, I have to tell you, it is going to be an uphill battle to reveal the truth in this, because we only have so much scientific evidence, and then we have basically eyewitness testimony to 3 people. So, but it is not an investigation that we're just closing the doors on and walking away and taking it at face value by any means.
Okay. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus.
Third person.
So, in fact,
is it Lori and Al? But who is the third person?
Lori's stepdaughter, Tylee.
Oh shit! All right.
So, and Al is Alexander, I'm assuming, or Alex.
Yeah, I know him as Al.
Okay.
I wouldn't know him if he walked up to him.
Yeah.
I do know that there's been an issue in the past with him with some kind of. Charles told me a while back that Charles told me a few months ago that Al was crazy, that he really did fear him because he said he's crazy, he'll do anything. He said, I put nothing past this man. And he said,
and he's got a history.
And he's got some kind of history. I can't remember exactly what Charles told me, but I swear it had something to do with him shooting Lori's boyfriend years ago. I don't know. Seems like he did time in jail, or I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a 2007 case that we already researched, and I don't know the specifics of the case, but I know that it was that the case was completed and stuff, and he has the right legally to bear a firearm. Now, as far as the rest of that goes, so it wasn't any serious offense because you don't get your rights restored if you shoot and seriously injure somebody. But I have not reached what he did 10 or 12 years ago is so far in the distance for what I'm focused on right now that it's something that will be looked in on, but it's not something that we've even focused on right now.
Right. It's not the relevant thing. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, look, we are here in town. Lori has no idea that we are in town. We've done that on purpose.
Okay.
Also, well, we'll get with you tomorrow.
Where are you guys staying at?
Where are we staying at?
I don't know.
We hadn't even got a hotel yet.
Okay.
We just flew in, and
If you just call us in the morning, we'll let you know where we are.
Okay.
we got to find a hotel.
Absolutely. So what I'll do is, how about we plan on like 10 or 11 o'clock? Is that okay with you guys?
That's perfect.
Okay.
Absolutely. Gives you time to get over your barbecue and us to get a night's sleep. And anyhow, we look forward to working with you to hear another side to the story. And we look forward to meeting you. And obviously, if there is anything that you need in the meantime, you have my phone number, and we answer our phones 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm looking forward to sitting down and talking to you guys. Like I said, I just want you to rest assured that this is not something that we're just going, oh, that's what they said happened, and we're going to take it at face value.
Okay.
So,
and we assumed that, but in trying to get a hold, first of all, trying to find you, and then getting a hold of you, and we know you got days off. So look, we'll expect your call by no later than noon tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And we'll be very happy to meet with you at wherever you need.
Yep, I have every intention of having you and I sitting down face to face by noontime tomorrow.
That'll be great. We look forward to it.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was Larry. So sad. So sad. Now there's more. Do you want to hear Adam? Because Adam's is really pretty interesting. Let's see what's next after this one. Get down. Oh my gosh, this dog is scratching me. Go. He's like doing this, hitting me. Now, how do I get to the next one here? Let's see. Please get down. On the phone, it just skips to the next one. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Let's listen to Charles. Charles calling. Oh, Adam's is 45 minutes long. Okay, well, we won't do that. That's too long. Charles, yeah, Sarah, he's about a year right now. Somebody locally got rid of him. I can see why he's paying, but he's so cute. I know, that was so super sad. Adam's is like 45 minutes long. It seems like a long time to play right now, huh? I mean, if you guys want me to, I will, but it's long. Or I can just put it up in a video later, or I can give you the link to it. Let me give you the link to it, right? Let's just do that. Let's go. So this is the link to, let's see. This is the link to all the recordings on Justin Lum's. How's that? That's probably a better idea. Okay. So, hi, Teresa Fountain. Percy. I don't even know what to do with him right now. I really don't. Okay. Oh my God, he's heavy too. Okay. Can you just lay down and sleep or something then? Just lay down. You recognize the struggles of puppyhood in my voice. I mean, every time I turn around, if he's not on me, he's getting into something he doesn't like. I'm like, okay, where's Percy? Because he's not trying to be on me. If he's not on me, he's chewing a rug, got something in his mouth he's not supposed to have. Oh, Zach's. I've been on forever. When did I start? 10:45. Late. We know how you roll. I know. He wants to be held. Lori's father's, yeah, he's very interesting too. And is it true that Lori's father is schizophrenic? Does anybody ever got that as a verified fact? Let's see. Lori's beliefs were originally more traditional. She was radicalized via Chud. Charles was a good LDS man. Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, I put the link, Carolyn. I put the link in the chat just above. Let's see. Is there anything else on the? Let me go back to where I was getting all my scoop from. Let's see. And Brian Laundrie is still on the lam, apparently. He's lost out there in the Appalachian Trail or in the swamps, or I just can't believe they let him get away. That just is so annoying. I'm losing like a lot of faith. I thought these like FBI people and stuff had it down, like making sure they follow people and crap. Nope. Oh, did you guys see this? The crime scene photos after Charles died? That there's a YouTube channel that has that on. And then which was really cool. Secondhand in divorce claim. Okay, good to know. That's what I don't know if I mean, there's HIPAA laws, so I don't know if we would ever really know what his diagnoses are. Oh wait, Sarah. Okay. I'm trying to get you guys, I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. So there's, how long is this? Let me see. Hold on. And that's 10 minutes. You know what I can do? I can mute it and share it, and then I can still talk. Maybe we could do it that way, and not share the audio. Okay, let's try that. And then you guys can see the crime scene while I'm talking still, so I don't just, because there's no talking in it. So let's do this. Let's share screen again. Chrome tab, crime scene photos. And I'm going to turn the audio off of it. Okay. And then I'm going to mute it. Okay. All right, let's try this. Then you can see it while I'm talking. How's that sound? I should let the ads play, but so you can still hear me, right? Okay, perfect. I don't understand why people hate on Gibb. She's not evil one or in this pot. You know, Melanie Gibb, I think I mean, she's a huge witness. And I mean, sometimes, you know, I honestly don't feel Melanie Gibb had anything to do with the murders. I just don't. But I do feel she was involved in this belief system. Melanie P is brainwashed completely. And naive and sheltered. Yeah. And I mean, the people that know Melanie Gibb personally that I've spoken with, her good friends that she's known forever, long time, say she's, you know, without guile, she's naive. She, you know, so yeah. And if anyone wants to become a member, oh, Ruby, thank you so much for I missed it. Thank you so much, Ruby Ray, for the super chat. Much appreciated, very much appreciated. I want to really grow the channel as far as like getting you guys some good content and stuff to keep going. So that really helps me a lot. I just did my taxes. I literally spent more on the channel. Very late. I did an extension, but it was the first year I did my taxes having this channel. And I literally am in the hole. Like everything I made last year on the income on, and it wasn't that much. It's not even, you know, it's nothing really, but I spent a lot more than I made. So I really appreciate donations just because last year I bought the camera, the lights, the SD cards, I pay monthly for the video software and all that stuff. So if you can do anything to support the channel, like watch the ads, that's totally awesome. Just watch the ads. Thank you, Rita, for the super chat. Melanie Gibb and Melanie P didn't question where on earth the kids are. Yeah, I mean, Melanie P, I really think she was going to kill her own kids or kidnap them or something. I really do. I'm very concerned about her. Melanie Gibb, you know, they all got divorced. They all left their husbands to go find that. Now, as you listen to these conversations, you can realize they were trying to find people that were on their same level. So that's all wackadoodle stuff too, really. Melanie G was one of the ones taking out yeah, that's true. She was. Oh, thank you, Dells. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. And I wasn't hinting for you guys to give me donations. I was just telling you that, you know, it's not really a huge moneymaker here. So anything helps keep me going on this channel. And I appreciate it. Watch the ads, you know, hit the thumbs up. All that helps very much. I don't like Melanie P either. I don't trust her. Did you see the, when she was served the subpoena, did you see that video? So she was out with her dog. That's pretty quick. We can probably show that. So these crime scene pictures, as we're watching it, I don't know if we passed it yet or not, but there's the one room we thought Alex was sleeping in, the messy room. We've kind of decided that was probably the room Tylee was sleeping in, and Alex was probably sleeping in the pink room with the black and white. I can't get over the fact that Melanie G and David were at Lori's apartment when JD was murdered. Yeah, that is just so weird. Oh, Lori Day, thank you very much for the super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did he say that? Thank you, Lori. Did he actually say what's a grand jury? I was kind of distracted when I was watching it. I will have to go watch that again. What's a grand jury? Oh, Ian. What is he, 12? I think we learned about that in 6th grade. If my kids were gone for a weekend, people would be asking me and reporting me as well as to their well-being. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, most people were like, well, something's weird going on over there. They also brainwashed them that the police were zombies, so they were skeptical to talk to them. You can see when Melanie and her husband are subpoenaed to grand jury. Yeah. Lori. You can tell when Melanie G gives testimony that this room, that was the room that probably Alex was in. And, Adam, when Adam's talking, sorry, I got Percy on my lap, so I'm like trying to hold him so he doesn't slip off. When Adam is talking in his recorded interview with the police officer, he's like, Al lives close by. Hey, welcome. New member. Thank you for joining. We will give you the Discord link. I will put it in the community tab for anyone that doesn't have it that's a member as well. And come on in Discord. A lot of people are like, I don't get Discord, but just come in and you'll figure it out. We have channels for everything. We have a channel for this case. We have document channel. We have we do a happy hour once a month on Friday, and we do the live, that which is just the live stream. Members only. So there's his gun. Like he totally. This must be where Charles' body was right here. But Adam says, that's just weird. Why would Alex bring his gun? Why would Alex spend the night? Like the whole thing is super shady. When you listen to Adam's account of the day that Charles was shot, it is so shady. It's just insane shady. Like they planned this. 100% they planned this. Their whole story about the whole running around and all that crap, bullshit. I really think they just ambushed him and killed him. I don't even know if the whole bat story is true. And then he had a scratch on his head. Well, he probably just scratched it. Like a bat, you get a concussion with the bat. You don't just get a scratch with the bat. There's the bat. Charles hit him with that bat. He would have been on the ground. He's just coming at me. I told him just get back. He was coming out with the bat. So I shot him. You've been watching for such a long time. About time you joined. Yes, it is about time you joined then. Thank you for joining. And yes, they were. So Charles and Adam were planning an intervention, and somehow Lori's mom warned Lori, and that's why Alex spent the night and they planned to ambush and execute. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I mean, from everything that now the stories are all lining up, that's what happened. Just, oops, good grandma, what'd you say? Just want to share because my intentions are to help missing and exploited women and children. God bless. I've been blessed with my 11th grandchild during COVID. Oh, awesome. What did you post? I missed it. It's scary out there. I appreciate a safe place to lend my talents to. Just retired from 23 years in teaching K through 12, especially I miss little boogers. Oh. No, it's not. It's a pretty freaking nice house. So this channel that I got this from, you guys may want to go check out this channel. I'm going to put it in the chat because this guy does crime scene photos. He's the one that had he put up the Melanie and Ian being served with the subpoena. Thank you all for being such a great community to Kathy. She put up with a lot of on YouTube. She's done well to keep her head up and keep moving forward, focusing on what's part of it. Thank you guys. Yes. You know how many times when I've gotten crap. I mean, even today, there's some comments about me bullying the bio family of the West kids. I'm like, I didn't bully them. I just think that they might have been involved. That's not bullying. It's such a cancel culture that we can't just have opinions anymore. People forget that a democracy means you're allowed to talk and have different opinions. It's just what it is. That is the foundation and of a democracy. So having a different opinion doesn't mean I'm wrong, doesn't mean you're right, doesn't mean I'm right. It's just a different opinion to look at something. Who's Adam? So Adam is Lori's other brother. Lori has the oldest sister was Stacy. She died. And then there's Adam and Alex, Lori, and Summer. Summer's the youngest. What I can't figure out is why Tylee was willing to lie so convincingly for her mother. I'm assuming she was lying, but she seemed so sincere in the baseball bat story. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know. That throws me a little bit too. Or they call you a troll or tell you to shut up. Yeah, exactly. Tylee was groomed. You can, if you go back, like now I'm really seeing who Lori really is. When I'm putting together the Afterglow podcast, it's a podcast. It's on the podcast platform. I haven't put episode 3 up on here yet, but you can listen to it on Spotify, Apple, everything. It's Afterglow. And if you go on there, give me stars, 5 stars. But if you go back and you watch that, because I went all the way back to the beginning, you can see that Lori's been this person her whole life. When she's done with somebody, she tramples them. She uses people. She uses her children as pawns, as things to get her way. And she's done that forever. She did that with Colby as a baby when she and Colby's bio father divorced. She's a manipulator. She's a liar. She doesn't care who she hurts. And I really see that by going back to those documents. And so if you're groomed by that kind of mom from day one, I mean, you go back, Tylee was like 3 and 4 years old, and she used the word in the conversation that Joe molested her. And like, she would not know that word, right? So then when her counselors and stuff were asking her about it, and they're like, well, why wouldn't you say anything? She goes, well, maybe it wasn't true. So Lori put Tylee through every hell her whole life. I really believe that. And, you know, people say Tylee was angry and Tylee didn't like anybody. You know, it was probably all coming out now that she was a teenager. Like the whole world pissed her off, you know? She openly talked crap on Tylee, saying she was a brat and other things. Yeah. Well, and no, and Adam's wife did that too. Adam's wife said Tylee was a brat, and that Colby took advantage of Charles and stuff too. So, Melanie Gibb talked really bad on Tylee. Where is that? Is that in the interview? I don't think it is. I don't know where Melanie Gibb talked really bad about Tylee. I know on the recorded call from that woman that recorded the call that we posted, who's mad at me too, because everybody's mad at me. That woman who posted that call with her and Melanie, Melanie was talking blah, 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 blah. And she's like, you know, Tylee didn't like anybody or something like that. That's the only thing I've ever heard. She was a frustrated teenager. Nothing other than teenagers didn't act like. Yeah, I agree. Like just whatever, roll your eyes, teenager kind of thing. It was in her interview with detectives. Okay, the one I haven't seen yet. And the newest one. Okay, see, I'm not there yet, so I need to get there. I will watch that today. I haven't watched it because I was kind of jamming to get the Zulema one up. And I will get that up, and then I'll start working on the Melanie Gibb one. Okay, good to know. Change your username from Fiber Sleuth to just a friend. Thank you. Thank you for telling us. Now we know you're not a new stranger. She didn't speak bad, but Chad's lawyer alluded to it in her interview. Let's see. Is there anything else on those documents? There's so much stuff. Let me go down here. And you heard they are going to change the venue. It is going to breaking news. Judge Stephen Boyce grants Chad Daybell's motion to change trial venue. Court suggests Ada County, Idaho, for the location of the trial. So they're going to, which if they do, that's Boise, right? So they're moving the case. I'll probably hear Melanie Jenkins. So I've spoken to one of Melanie Gibbs' friends, and I asked her about Melanie Gibb and Tylee not getting along, and she pretty much said that Melanie Gibb and Tylee didn't even really know each other. Like Tylee didn't just hang out with her mom and her friends, so. And when I was 17, I probably wouldn't have hung out with my mom and friends either. So I don't know. If anyone has friends in Boise, tell them to find new subscribers fast now. Right? Stephanie Rossi. Hey, girl, I thought early on, over a year ago, we were reviewing the details where Lori had accused Dark Spirit of taking over Tylee and her becoming a zombie. Yes, she did. She told them that Tylee was now a zombie as well. Let's see what else is here. It's the trial stuff. Super strength. In an interview with Rexburg Police held in Chandler Police Department in October, Zulema says Lori Vallow told her we need to use all the elements, water, fire, lightning, to get rid of Hyplos. Hyplos was one of the names used to refer to Charles Vallow. Per police report, at one point, Lori said maybe she needed to put medication in Charles' water. Fast forward to July 12th, 2019, the day after Charles is shot and killed by Alex. Police say Zulema came to Lori's and saw her sitting poolside. Both Lori and Alex gave her a narrative of the fight involving the baseball bat, leading to the shooting in self-defense. Zulema says Lori claimed that 100,000 dark entities came to assist Charles, who had supernatural strength during the fight. Alex told Zulema he was doing okay because he killed a zombie. That's not in that recorded part. Lori told her that they needed to use all the elements of water, fire, lightning to get rid of Hyplos. Okay. Zulema was asked what her relationship was like up until the time Charles' death. She indicated that they were just friends. Alex was also present during the blessing to get rid of the dark entities that possessed Charles. Zulema and Alex were becoming better friends during this time. She added that they did not start talking on the phone until after Charles died, as she did not have his phone number until sometime in July. Zulema was asked how she found out about Charles' death. She indicated that on July 12th, 2019, Alex and Lori called asking her if she would come over to Lori's house. Zulema agreed, went over to meet with them. When she arrived, Alex opened the door for her and gave her a hug. He invited her in and told her that Lori was in the backyard. They went into the backyard and Lori was laying on one of the pool chairs. She stated that Lori was very quiet at this time. Lori told her that Alex shot Charles yesterday. Lori told Zulema that Charles came to pick up JJ. She took his phone and began to go through his messages. This made Charles upset, and an argument ensued. Alex came out and tried to intervene. Tylee also came out with a bat to help her mom. Charles took the bat from Tylee, and then Alex tried to restrain Charles. During this time, Charles hit Alex in the head with the bat. Alex then went and got his gun and told Charles to stop. Charles did not, and Alex shot him. During this time, Alex told Zulema it was impossible for Charles to have this much strength. He told her that he held Charles from behind, and Charles flipped him around like a pancake. Alex told Zulema that he shouldn't have been able to do this if it were only Charles. Lori then told Zulema there were 100,000 dark entities that came to assist Charles, and he had supernatural strength. Zulema asked Alex how he was doing after shooting Charles. Alex told Zulema he was okay because he killed a zombie. This is like freaking real life, like for real? How is this real life? Just craziness. There's no zombies, people. On 7/19/2019 at 17:41 hours, so 5:41. Some of these I haven't read. Melanie Pulowski, I believe, because it ends with the I, sent Lori an SMS message that indicated it's Melanie Lee, my clear line I'll use for emergencies. If you have something you want to send to this phone, text me a question, and I'll know to look in this one. So everybody had all these phones and code words. The number linked to Melanie secret phone was blank. On 7/21/2019 at 17:25 hours, so 5:25 p.m., Melanie sent Lori an additional message that read, you should get a life insurance policy on JJ, Tylee, and you, because after Charles, we see that anything can always happen. It's in the Lord's will. Okay, Melanie P. I cannot believe there's no charges on Melanie P. For Brandon, yet alone all this stuff. Right. Yep. No supernatural powers unless you have mental illness. And then on July 18th at 6:55 hours, Lori sent an SMS message to Melanie 2 at the number. In a database available to law enforcement, this number was found to return to Chad and Tamara Daybell. Communication between Lori and Chad using this number started on the blank account on July 14th, 3 days after Charles was murdered. This number and contact was also found in the blank account and entered as contact on October 28th, 2018. The following communication is pertinent to this case. Let me share this, it'll be easier. Oops. Be easier to go through this with the sharing. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, so Charles to Lori, June 29th, 2019 at 10:35 a.m. I figured you'd be busy running around with your boyfriend writing your book. You can stay with him. Charles to Lori, June 29th, 2019. Interesting that you went on Allegiant to Idaho Falls on Sunday, March 3rd and came back on Tuesday, March 5th. I guess it was to see your boyfriend. Wow, you're amazing. You accuse me of what you are doing. Are you ever going to deny it? Charles to Lori, June 29th at 11:59 a.m. That's what I thought. You are the destroyer. You blame others for what you are doing yourself. Too many people know what you're up to. You will be stopped. I won't be anywhere near when it happens. It's just disgusting what you're doing. You need to repent and you might escape with your soul intact. Maybe, just maybe. Charles to Lori, June 29th at 12:22. I am astonished at what you've become. You've destroyed our life based on a lie. You are trying to destroy Brandon's life based on a lie. And now you're carrying on with Chad Daybell all behind his wife's back. All the while, you are an apostate to our faith. The fact that you believe all these things about yourself that you told me in January is bad enough. You steal cash to fund whatever it is you're doing and fly around cheating on me and our faith while going to the temple regularly. You obviously think all these things about yourself make you special. You are an incredible hypocrite. You make up a story about some girl I've never heard calling you saying I cheated on you only to distract from your evil ways. You will be stopped. This much I know. I'll be there to take care of JJ. This will not end well for you, and I will be as far away as I can until I come get JJ. Where am I finding these texts? In my Discord. My Discord channel. That's where they're at. My members only Discord channel. So just, and then again on 12:23, just so you know, Chad, just so you and Chad know, I am going to talk to Tammy in person if I have to. I've already emailed and texted her. Your game is up. Okay, hold on. See if there's more. Okay, no, we've already seen that. We read those. Chad sent an email to Charles sent an email to Chad Daybell. At 9:32 hours, Charles sent an email to Chad Daybell at blank. The email reads as follows. Chad, I'm Lori's husband, but I gathered you already knew this. She sent an email yesterday, supposedly written by me to KK, inviting you to Arizona next week and to ghost write a book I'm supposedly working on. It's preposterous. I happened to run across it as she left her computer at our Houston home. I'm not paying anybody for anything, and I'm not writing a book. Either you or Lori need to tell me what's going on, or this will be exposed for all to see. Regards, Charles Vallow. And then at 9:36, he added, and does your wife know you have several of Lori's dance videos? Explain how that in any way is appropriate. She sent them to you at your request in January. Yeah, there's a lot, you guys. I mean, they just unloaded all this stuff. Lori, I just got a letter from the insurance company saying that I am not the beneficiary. It's a spear through my heart. Who do you think he changed it to? Brandon or probably Kay? He left nothing for JJ. Chad, wow, that's terrible. There's no way to find out. Yeah, these are actual texts. Yep. Yep. Let's see what else. Okay, let's see. Here's another one. See, there's so much here. Who would pay to see that dance video? God only knows. And did you see in Tylee's interview, she says, my mom put mirrors in the living room because she wants it as a dance room. And the detective was like, okay, well, whatever. Dance room. Okay, Lori. Okay, here's some more. I haven't even read these yet. So in this iCloud account, I conducted a search using the word Tammy. In doing so, I located a series of SMS messages that were deleted from the iCloud account. The messages still have the date and time information attached. All messages were sent to Lori on 10/4/2019 and 10/5. One message was addressed to Sweet Angel and had closing that was endearing. Another was addressed to Beautiful Lily. Therefore, one could suspect these were coming from Chad Daybell. Chad Daybell's phone records using the concealed phone number of blank matched up to these messages as well. These messages were dated before Tammy Daybell's death. The following message were of importance. 10/4 at 7:46 a.m. Thank you for sending me that paragraph, Beautiful Lily. Thank you for sending me that paragraph, Beautiful Lily. I'm eager to see you soon. Trying to hasten her departure, I love you endlessly. Listen to that. Trying to hasten her departure, I love you endlessly. 10/4. Trying to hasten Tammy's departure from life. Wow. On 10/5 at 3:25 a.m., middle of the night. Hello, sweet angel. Big news about Tammy. Please let me know if you're awake and can talk. I love you. And then 10/5 at 3:36. The short version is that she has been switched. Tammy is in limbo, and a level 3 demonic entity named Viola is in her body. It happened at about 10 p.m. and was done by Tammy's sister, who I always knew was 3D, but it turns out she is multiple creation. This is so disgusting. Oh my God. Like, holy crap. How did we stumble upon this case to follow this? I mean, it's got so many. I don't even think you can make a movie out of this case and get all the details in. So now Tammy, good news about, hey, Lori, at 3:25 in the morning, guess what happened tonight at 10 o'clock? Tammy turned into Viola and she's a demon. So now we can get rid of her. What the hell? Oh my God. Like sometimes I think about this and I'm thinking, what? Okay. Viola has been attached for, I keep looking at you guys. I'm like missing something in the chat. Viola has been attached for about a year to my niece, blank, who is blank, 12-year-old daughter. I have connected with Tammy in limbo, and she is very frustrated and upset. She wants Viola removed as soon as possible. Viola seems to be similar to Penelope. The personality differences from Tammy should be evident quickly. Please seek a confirmation on this, but I have now checked 3 times since I got home and get more affirmative answers each time. Oh my God. Yeah, the raccoon text for sure. I have to let this stuff sink in after I read it because it's just like insane. Shooting in Gilbert on 10/2/2019. iCloud has multiple deleted cookies for Arizona media outlets, ABC 15, Arizona Central, with Lori being in Idaho at the time. It is suspected that she was searching for the news of Brandon's shooting as Alex had reportedly done the same. So they were waiting to hear if Brandon was dead. Can you believe that? I can believe it, but I can't believe it. Oh my God. I mean, this is crazy. Can you imagine Chad's kids reading this crap? How did they get so many people to believe this crap? I don't know. I don't know. I am so flabbergasted by the whole entire thing. I just can't understand. Go read The Problems and Junk on Mormonism. That's why they're called, because they believe this stuff. Yeah, so there's a lot of controversy that goes along with the fact that their baseline religion is Mormonism. And so I know that I try to stay away from that because I don't want to bash any upstanding, respectable Mormons. And I don't know enough about the religion to even have an opinion. But I know the people that I know are good, like Charles, like I don't know him, but I was raised, knowing a lot of LDS people. I worked with doctors. The first doctor that delivered my daughter, I worked with him for years. He was LDS, and and I worked with him, and they're all just really kind, nice people. So I don't go there at all. I try to be really respectful of that religion, and I'm not going to really research it to try to connect the dots there, because I think that the bottom line is it's all right now about this crazy offshoot, and but that's where I'm at with that, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see if there's anything else over here. I think that was the last one. Okay, that's the last one that I have. I'm scrolling back because Francie's been dumping a lot of good stuff in here. And I know the I can't read that novel again. I read it last night. It is like, it's just, I can't. It's, let me go there. let me just give you a little view of it here. Okay. So, editor's note, this story contains sexually explicit content. Reader discretion is advised, right? And then the story, okay, so basically, you guys go read it. But it, like, okay, here's where it is. So it starts out pretty mild. Like, here's an example. I must clarify that James is supposed to be Chad, I guess. Very difficult person to get information from. He has been blessed with great knowledge, but 99% of the people he knows do not realize that. He's very guarded, and it is a great task to gain his trust. But as Elena leaned forward to him and asked a couple of very insightful questions, his heart burst with joy. He knew she was one of the very few people on earth he could trust. Then I go down here. James' spirit was so excited at the revelation that he shattered a thick veil that had been placed between these two souls during their mortal lives. As the night, I'm just going to like scan a couple things. As the night concluded, James needed to take his empty boxes to his car with Elena's help. He had sold more books at a show than he ever had before. She helped him carry the boxes to the car, and then he could not resist the desire to hug her. He made an awkward attempt that was way too brief because their friends were bringing more boxes. In that short embrace, though, he knew he had found the woman he had searched for his entire life. It was made crystal clear to him that they had been married before and would be again. He once again had to fight off the powerful urge to kiss her and somehow disguise the massive, did I read that? The massive, I don't remember saying that last night, erection as he was experiencing. Oh, Lord have mercy, please. Oh my God. I don't remember reading that word there last night. Chapter 2. As he lay in the hotel bed, it was as if her spirit had joined him. They wrapped around each other and kissed gently, then intensely, and the motions they shared were not of this world. James woke up in the hotel room, feeling happier than he had in his entire life. It felt like he and Elena fit together perfectly in every way. He rolled over to kiss her, but then reality struck. She was actually more than 20 minutes away in Tokerville with her Arizona friends. He texted her and she quickly responded. He deeply regretted not going to be with her the night before. It was as if he already knew the taste of her lips and his hands knew every curve of her body. East Idaho News. Go on there. I'll put the link. It's insane. You want this gaggy Harlequin romance story, or you want the text? There's the worse than a Harlequin romance. During the next week, they spoke every day for at least an hour, but often longer. They hungered to know everything about each other. This was a new experience for James to open up and share the true feelings of his heart. But he knew he could trust her completely. The bond between them was intense, and only the vast distance between them kept their passion for each other from roaring into a blazing inferno. She quickly became his best friend, or better said, two best friends had reunited, and their prior love was now ignited in a wonderful, heavenly way. James had visions of how they would happily and joyfully pleasure each other in his office. Oh my God. Dude, if I didn't read this last night, I'd read the whole thing, but I barely. This is human. Okay, so this is a book that apparently Chad was writing Lori and how they met and their whole like affair. Go on Justin Lum's. That's where the texts usually come from. Justin Lum's. They had two favorite positions in particularly bonded them together. Nothing meant more to James than holding Elena in his arms and unifying their bodies in perfect synchronization. 50 Shades of Vomit. Oh my God. Yeah. So, I mean, come on. I am so glad I'm not one of Chad's children right now. Like, even worse. It's so disgusting. James and Elena agreed to visit the temple the following morning. She returned to the hotel room, and after additional romance on the couch, they calmed their nerves enough to give each other a blessing. That's what I'm like. James placed his hands on her, and he connected with Elena's true eternal self. He knew he was the presence of an exalted goddess who had returned to Earth to perform a special mission. This mission included being with him, and they would progress together as translated beings. The full plan wasn't yet completely clear to him, but the immense power radiating from her confirmed his belief that she was among the greatest women in the universe. Isn't it? Isn't it? It is terrible. Chad's kids would not believe us. They will stay in denial. They'll be like, my dad likes to write fiction. That's not about Lori. That's not about him and Lori. It's an emotional affair, as Emma would say. James could look in her eyes forever unless he was gently kissing her and telling her how much he loved her. Even when they held hands, there was a powerful vibration that exceeded the celestial world. But, it even goes into him coming and staying at her house. Like, it is the timeline. It is. As the reunion in the spare room came to a conclusion, Raphael, now he's Raphael, knew Elena was his perfect match. They longed to stay entwined together, but it would be best to separate and get some rest. I don't think it's published. I don't even know where they found it. And then down here it says, in reading this story, the dates mentioned and the story in general are consistent with how Lori and Chad met and started their new relationship. In a follow-up message from Lori to Chad, she indicated that she loved their story. So this is all from the Chandler Police Department, and it's all posted on East Idaho News. As crazy as it sounds, it is a real thing that they did. Let's see. Well, what time is it? Where'd they find the book? I think on his computer. They probably got it on his computer when they took his computer. Chad sounds like a 13-year-old boy, totally. Let's see. I want to see if I missed anything from you guys. Chad was lucky to have Tammy as his wife. She was pre-programmed to accept his lies and stick her head in the sand. Well, till Charles emailed. Yeah. Tammy wasn't going to go anywhere. Jenny, my dad just wrote a book. Duh. It isn't about him having hot phantom sex with Lori's astral projection. Anyway, his junk is bigger than. It's so bad. Yeah, there's part in here about them going to the temple and being sealed. That's in there too. He copied a Harlequin romance and changed the names. Now we know a new meaning for blessing. Well, that's why I was like, before, I think at the end, it says something like, and tears filled his eyes to be in the presence of a holy goddess, and he was nearly overcome by the spirit as he sensed her true place in the universe as a majestic archangel. Okay, wait, we'll go up a little bit. They went walking again that next morning. Unfortunately, a friend invited herself along, but James and Elena were still completely engrossed in each other. He had to catch a flight home later that morning, but he was able to give Elena a special blessing before departing. That's where I'm like going with the blessing thing now. I'm like, man, special blessing, my butt. As he placed his hands on her head, he felt their spirits connect with a surge of power. At that moment, his only desire in life was to be with her, always, throughout eternity. And that desire has continued to intensify. During the blessing, he was shown the great missions they would perform together. He knew this was an eternal union that would forever change the world, forever change their world. And their kids, unfortunately, JJ and Tylee. Tears filled his eyes to be in the presence of this holy goddess. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, Chatty Daddy. All right. Good, Grandma. Tammy made the money. Tammy fried the bacon. Tammy did it all, plus running a marathon while Chad barely made a dime. True. Chad was busy writing stupid books. I think so. I mean, holy crap, the case of the century for him, right? Okay. Yeah, they don't let you know they're excommunicated, right? Like the church doesn't let you know. All right. So I think that I am hungry, and we went long today because there's so much here. Look for my Zulema interview. I'm going to post that probably within a couple hours here. And then I got to work on my podcast too, but I wanted to go through Melanie Gibbs because that one is big. Jason Mao, did anybody get anything out of the Jason Mao interview? I did get out of it that his sister lives in Rexburg. So I don't know. Right? Chad busy writing soft porn. Yeah, Tammy knew. So, okay, guys, if you're new here, everybody, please hit the like button on your way out if you haven't hit it already. If you're new here, consider joining as a member. I don't have levels of membership. It's one membership. It's $1.99, and it gets you in the Discord. It gets you in our happy hour, and other things along the way I may have doing. But the Discord is where we really have a lot of conversations. And a lot of information gets put in there. And it's easy to, in the Discord, it's easy to, and I never knew. Robbie told me what Discord is. I had no idea. But in the Discord, there's channels. So if you're not following one case, you don't even have to look at that channel. You can just follow, the Daybell case if you want and add your 2 cents. What's your podcast, Kathy? Hi, Jess. It's called Afterglow Afterglow Unveiling of the Idaho Cult. And you can find it. It's everywhere. And it's doing pretty good, actually. And there's 3 episodes up. And I'm trying to go really deep into every rabbit hole possible with the podcast. So my podcast will be going on forever and ever and ever, clearly, because there's so many rabbit holes. Thank you for diving and sharing Left Undone. We'll check your other channel for great Greek salad and dressing recipes. Hopefully, I know I've been abandoned that one. I need to put some stuff in there for sure. Thank you so much. All right. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all my members and my mods. You guys are awesome. And podcast is Afterglow. Afterglow Unveiling of the Idaho Cult. It's, I'll show you let me see, before I go. I can show you what it looks like so you can look for it. Looks like that. No, and that's totally cool. I mean, I didn't even understand it at first, but it's just where we have we do a lot of talking in there. It was easier, to me, it's easier to organize because if you don't want to go into the other stuff, okay? But thank you guys. But you can always catch us here for sure. Now we're going more into the winter, fall. I should be able to be on every Saturday again unless something crazy comes up. All right, so I'm going to go. Thank you all. I really am going to go this time. I know Lori's was your granddaughter Lori's like, oh my God, you said you were going to go. She's using the computer. Oh my gosh, go, Kathy. All right, I will. Well, I know. Okay, all right. I'm really going. All right, take care, you guys. Love you all. Be safe, stay well, be kind, and I will see you soon. Look for my next, I'm going to upload today for sure. Okay.